So who's leading by score?
Who is leading by score?
It's totally
Mhm.
us.
It is
Definitely
Group
us.
1.
100%.
Yeah, but group one is stupid and dumb. We're not.
I mean, they are technically ahead.
No.
No.
Everyone
Okay,
knows
so
whoever yells loudest wins the argument.
That's usually how it works.
Um, I don't believe it is. But alright, so let me just go ahead and go in game, and I will let
Mhm.
you all kind of decide what to do. At this point, I believe we have left off at the building to the north.
Oh, yeah, I thought we already left that. We were back home now.
Yeah, that's,
Oh.
By
that's
the
to
way,
the north.
Monarch, have you ever been in a session at the same time Marvel's here?
yes, I was in the first session. She was late.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
They're the same person. They're just trying to hide it.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking.
Okay.
The question is which one's Bruce Wayne and which one's the Batman?
Neither.
You know, fun
It's
times.
like Two-Face, but it's the same face.
There you go.
So anyway, to give the group another option, um, to get off the island, Crimson shares that he's actually a red dragon, polymorphed and trapped in human form.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe
So
you.
yeah, I get that a lot. So he wants to like contact the Drake and maybe kind of negotiate a way for us to get off the island.
I think you should have stopped huffing Charon's like unfinished alchemical like
You
experiments.
know, I figured it was only a matter of time, but I was hoping it would happen. One of us has gone mad.
So because of
I'm
the
gonna need some
curse,
sense motives.
okay, roll something.
I was
Yeah,
joking, but okay.
let me actually get my character sheet up.
Oh, you know, you sound, well, okay, maybe tired. I was so sure you did not believe it. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. You do believe him. McCrew does not.
Correct.
So as a what do you call this? As a side effect of the curse he is in, he has a spell resistance that is very high, and um, with his sorcerer draconic bloodline, he's also has resistance to fire damage.
You know what? You go for it, buddy, but
I believe in you. Anyway, back to drugs.
yeah. So, Sharon, those of us that still have something resembling sanity.
Wow.
I don't know if Charon's sane because he's sort of suffering from trap withdrawal at this point.
Eh,
It's been 10 minutes.
let me do you a favor. I'll put a bucket over a partially open door.
Thanks. I can disarm that. Hopefully. I'll get a natural one and trip the water.
So I'm assuming that no one wants to fly off the island on the a dragon's behind.
I wanted to fly off by literally getting high, but someone was like, no, that won't work.
I mean, I proposed at least one way we might do that, but
Oh, yeah, you did.
my character has no reason to believe whatsoever that you're a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Mine also doesn't. It sounds like a campfire story that you're telling, but I guess sense motive. I rolled high, so I guess I now believe you.
You know
Well,
what?
you
Well,
believe that
I'll
he
tell you
believes
what.
it,
Yeah,
if you would rather
I'll
look
tell
at it
you
that
what,
way.
buddy. Here's the
well,
thing.
he has one more. he asks you guys to make a fire.
Sure, let me just
Uh,
pull out a fire out of my pocket. I keep
Okay,
those stored.
it's not
so
that hard to start a fire. However, I will be sure, don't worry, to write some
no,
fantastic ballads about your amazing sacrifice
no,
to the dragon to distract it as we left.
On a more serious note, I've been thinking
Wow.
about this all week. What the fuck is that recipe that I found, like, in that place?
That was
Oh,
the
the
other
straight
animal.
type of
cocaine.
potion you found.
No, there was like a recipe on the wall that you told me about.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Wait,
was the other potion you found. You
Mm-hmm.
had one example of it.
Can
wait,
you
which one was
have
this?
At this point,
Chloe's imbibe the potion and have her kind of reproduce it just by taste?
no. She would have to be told how to make the things and then do that.
Mm-hmm. She can't learn it by herself from a book or another example.
Hang on.
So my thought was sort of, presumably this thing has a higher intelligence than 10, so it's probably got us beat in that department. My
I have
Okay.
mindset was,
13.
ooh,
I
my
have made
mindset
a
was
mistake
probably
somewhere. Hang on.
basically if we feed it requisite
Ah,
information, it can probably deduce things we might not.
there we go. The spell is a +3 to a skill check, twice in 3 minutes.
Hmm.
Hey, I gave my only copy of that to McRude for Intimidate.
Right.
I still have it.
You have the recipe to make it again.
All right, guys. Are we
For how
gonna?
long is that?
I'll paste it in chat.
Oh.
It is currently called Charon's Blessing.
I called it something too, and I thought that was funnier than that.
Well, okay. Alright,
Damn.
McCrude, what was your question? I heard something.
Oh, I was just wondering if we wanted to talk about what we want to do a bit more. Yes, I know you want to make flying potions.
Oh yeah.
All right, you go be a dragon. You go make flying potions. I'll try to work on finding us a way to get off this island.
You go be scary.
As far as that goes, Monarch, do you want to say how far you've gotten in finding that other dragon?
Um. Uh. Didn't we discuss that I tried to talk to the inhabitants of the island and they
We
didn't
did.
know where the location was?
The ones here at Strava and Fakrind did not.
Yeah.
Well, if you want
What
to eat
about
the
the
idea,
Forgotten?
This is the Forgotten. You're talking about the Traditionalists?
Oh, no, no. The one who doesn't, um, who hates the Shapers because of neglecting them.
Um, they might have a
look,
better clue.
Yeah, that's what I was going to, uh, where I was headed.
I
But
mean,
I
I've got a
wouldn't go
guaranteed
there
way you
on
could.
my own.
I've got a
Exactly.
guaranteed way you could find the dragon. Make a ship, go out and see, and it'll come right to you.
Yeah, but that won't. I don't think he would be susceptible to talking by that time.
So
Got a point there.
real quick,
Hmm.
can we establish that I'm keeping Dad like on me for a bit because I'm going to use him
He
for
is
a
Yeah,
free bonus
40
to alchemy.
pounds.
yeah, you can have that,
I'm going to drag
unless
him in a
Marble,
sled.
Okay.
refuses.
Marvel's not
You,
here to refuse.
by the way, you do come back and the place looks immaculate.
Like our base.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
things have been put away. Your butler's there.
What
Oh yeah, I
butler?
forgot we had a butler.
Uh, is he half animal too?
No, it's a servile.
Oh,
Marble
okay.
dressed him up as a French maid somehow.
Okay.
As one does.
Just had that costume on her.
And of course,
Altered,
it's
altered
simple.
one of their robes.
Anyway, you've established that serviles hate whatever I forgot what you called dad's species.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So discounting talking to the dragon. What are our options left for us? Are we building a ship, or are we going to find the path
Well,
that the others?
let's try this. Does anyone have knowledge engineering?
Nope.
I'm a
Profession
bard, I
I
can make
know.
it
shipwrights?
untrained.
I have dungeoneering, which
You
is not
can't
close
make it
enough.
untrained.
I'm a bard, man. I can make everything untrained.
I'm
Ah.
I'm more about magic, languages, dialects, and talking to people.
What if I rolled spellcraft?
Well, at this point, I would say McCrude actually knows how to roughly build a ship.
Yeah, I also
What's
had
that?
like craft chips or whatever. I forgot to update in roll 20, but
Ah.
I've crafted
uh,
weapons because I wanted
the
bolts. And I never made bolts.
yeah, I had taken I want to say it was yeah, I took craft ships, craft siege weapons, profession sailor. The last one because I wanted to prepare.
Mm-hmm. So you have a rough idea how to make a ship. Um, translate that into the tools and things needed would be a little difficult. But given, a couple years, you should be able to have a decent sized ship.
We do have basically unlimited time.
Couple of years.
Yeah,
Yep.
because the thing is, from our character's perspective, um, like from what we can tell, this place has basically been stagnant for the last 7. It's pretty unlikely that something's going to suddenly happen just because we're here. From our character, one of us might just decide to be a dragon and go off and say, "Hey," but um,
Just
Yeah,
disappears
but
one day and the party has no idea what happened.
I'm not going. Um, my character won't um stay idle for years while you build a Noah's Ark or something.
oh, it'll take more than years if I'm doing it
Hang
solo.
on. I just remembered. Didn't we learn a long ass time ago there was some kind of like beast that the Shapers used as like boats basically?
Yeah,
Yes.
Can I roll
What?
non Shaper to see if we know where we can find something like that on the island?
Sure.
presumably nearest to the water.
Exactly. They would be near the water. They had a decent lifespan, a couple years,
Oh well, never mind.
but unless they found some way to breed, you're not sure you would find one.
Well, that option's out the window. So I'm gonna go do drugs,
Cool.
probably.
Have fun.
Okay.
I'm going to steal Dad. That way I can get that free. What was the bonus to alchemy?
+5.
Oh yeah. Label is +5 from Dad. Oh yeah, I should probably establish to our maid that this calculator is necessary for our survival,
Okay.
and that
Just
It
let
doesn't
just
really
let me
accept
be
that, but
clear.
okay.
Are we really going to spend um a lot of time, like months, years, while you guys earn enough experience to build a raft, something?
It's going to be more a raft, but look, we're doing what we have with what we've got.
look. I have an idea. So back back to what I was doing. The Servile doesn't like Dad. can I give him a candle to make sure he doesn't throw a shit fit? Can I bribe him?
Yeah.
Well, if I gave him 2 candles,
Oh, wow. Okay. He already works for you, and he is just kind of afraid, more along the lines of that the creature will stop letting him have free will.
I don't see how this newborn's gonna do that. But I'll just leave him in another room.
Well, you should probably
Okay,
find out. That seems like a useful bit of information.
GM,
Yeah, what does he mean? Like, stop letting him have free will?
So you
I guess
are
I'm like
who are you interrogating here? The creature or the servile?
the servile. I'm leaving Dad in
Okay.
another room and
Okay.
telling him I'll be back.
Well, I mean, they take away our ability to think for ourselves. We just lose it around them.
That's unlucky.
Well, we've had to kill them in the past to keep us alive.
actually, that's an opportunity. We should hide Chloe's in a backpack and use her to influence a
Close
few.
is dead. This is close too.
Yeah, Chloe's too.
Well, I guess I can just reassure him and tell him that I don't think this newborn knows how to do that, so he's probably safe. And again, I'll just keep him in another room.
Okay. The you don't just give me a diplomacy check and let's see here.
Sure thing.
Oh well,
Oh,
it believes you.
all right. Cool. I'm gonna roll another stupid see if my curse will tell me if they need to be taught how to do that or not.
Yes, they wake up without the knowledge to do much.
Oh, so they can't just like control minds immediately.
No.
All right. That makes me more confident to bring Dad to Oblio so I can get even more stupid alchemy bonuses.
There you go.
Hmm.
Well, I'll do that after I see what everyone else wants to do.
Are are we free to do whatever we want?
And you guys did come up with a general
Like,
plan, so yes.
are we going? If I'm not, if Crimson is not given a task, he'll probably do something else. And I'm asking the GM if it's advisable to split the party.
Is it advisable to split the party? You're level 4. Um, you could survive about a third of what can come up naturally as you walk around the place if you go by yourselves.
What about if I recruit some of the
And by
serviles?
third, let me just really quickly
Mm-hmm.
draw a shape. Let me, I'll
Okay.
put it in how about peach? We'll put it in peach. So you can survive about a third of what you could find in this peach box.
And outside that is instant death.
Survive about a third of a fifth of the island.
But
Yeah,
that's not
that's
yeah, that's
traveling
not very
solo.
well. Mm-hmm. And what about if I was able to recruit just like you said the serviles that were kind of um this didn't like the shapers.
Some of the abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get to him first.
You gotta get to them first. That is the catch.
I
Wait.
can probably help like move there after I do what I'm doing. and learn
Come
more
again?
about.
Short talk. So I guess I'll have to do whatever you want since it's very dangerous to do what I want.
I will give you full moral support in all of your amazing adventures with drag.
I will also give you moral support and strength marijuana as soon as I talk to the alchemist to learn how to make it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it looks like the main thing your group wants to do is, at this point,
Build
just
a
go
boat.
consult with Obolos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Dad in a backpack and tell him to not make noise. That way I don't freak out any survivors I come across, aside from maybe Obolos.
And you can carry
Um,
40 pounds?
can someone
It's a medium
click on the
load,
map
but
where Buffalo?
Okay.
I can carry it, just not quickly, I guess.
Alright, and what was that, Crimson?
Can you click on the map where Obolos is? Okay. So we're heading there right now.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess he tags along.
Alright,
Right.
I only need to make one check as you're not too far away. Nothing happens. So you get to Strava without issue.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
So
Straight to Obolos, or do you do something else in the town?
if anyone else wants to do anything else first, I'll let them do it, but then I'll go to Obolos.
Say we go directly to Obolos.
You said you go with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you walk into the building. Again, a hive of activity. It seems they have still not gone through all of the ingredients and things.
It's been like 3 weeks
It's
or something. I don't.
been about 4 days.
Okay, that is less than 3 weeks. Less time has passed than I expected.
Yeah. 3 weeks if you
Well,
guys
like,
had sat there and made the lures and whatnot that you planned to. That never happened.
yeah. So I guess I'll look for Obolos
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can talk to him in secret for a bit, away from people who will probably freak out.
Okay. He agrees to meet with you in his private chambers. He's a little
All right.
worried, but he goes in there with you.
All right. I'm trying to think about how to best reveal that I have something that won't mind control him, but he might think will mind control him. Uh,
I
I guess I I can mention that since the group has been going to different ruins, we have discovered these, what are they called? Servant mines.
yes.
We have found these things, and most of them have, like, they were all dead, the ones we found, but we were curious. I'm curious if he knows anything about what they are.
Do you show him
Like,
an example, or you just tell him about them?
uh, I describe like the one we found in the what's now our home base,
Right.
and like judge based on his reaction if I should reveal Dad yet.
He kind of shudders a bit and says, "Well, those servant mines. I believe Korax is the one you would want to talk to about them, but if I can explain a little bit better from the regular people you meet. These servant mines are a creation from the Shapers that are left usually in charge of areas, portions of places they were stationed. They would have to be fed over time, or else they would slowly lose their abilities. The main thing that we struggle with when we find them is they
Mm-hmm.
still try to control us. and take away our ability to think for ourselves.
Is this instinctual or
Instinctual?
is this
No, no. We believe the Shapers taught them these techniques long, long ago.
So
The
they are
servant minds
taught.
live hundreds of years.
They are taught, which means, say, a newborn one would pose no danger to you servile folk.
I suppose. I wouldn't want to test it for sure.
Well, with that knowledge, I'm not wanting to test it. Now I don't want to be like, hey, guess what?
Hey, I happen to have the one thing you're afraid of.
okay? So now what?
I'm remembering why I'm not the one with the high charisma modifier.
I think I
Uh,
should be.
should I
Or IRL
should I
crew.
give a
5
crack at
over.
it?
Okay. Crimson wants to try to take a shot at it, and McCrude wants
Right.
to look around for something. What?
No.
No?
No, I'm still back at the base.
Oh.
I was typing my stuff out, but I wanted to read up on Siege first.
Okay.
Okay. So I asked for an audience with Obolos, and then I just repeat what they talked about. Um, they're afraid of serviles because serviles have been taught by shapers
Servant
to
minds have been taught by shapers
Yeah.
to
sorry,
mind control
servant,
serviles.
servant minds have been taught by shapers to control the minds of servants, right? Serviles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what if, for example, hypothetically, we found a newborn servant mind that that has not interacted with any shapers because the shapers are not around anymore, and these servant minds can be taught, and instead of them controlling the serviles, it would be the opposite. The serviles could use this servant mind to their own benefit.
That's a
You're
very
afraid of
interesting. Sorry.
yeah. You're afraid of being you're afraid of being controlled by something, and this something has to be taught. And if this something has not been taught by anyone because they're not around anymore, there's no reason to be afraid. And in
Okay.
fact, it would be more beneficial for you to take advantage of it.
Couldn't have said better myself because I didn't know I could say that.
All right. Look. Give me a diplomacy check. I am inclined to believe you.
Okay, let me go back to my lab.
What's your diplomacy modifier? Because if it's negative, then I'll roll. If it's not, then I'll aid you.
Let me see my diplomacy. I'm not sure why my diplomacy is so low. Um, diplomacy is it at A+9.
That's 9 more than I've got, so here's my aid another check.
Oh, okay. Give me that check,
Okay, so I'm gonna
Crimson. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice.
spicy.
All right. He is. Oh. He says there's a chance people in the city wouldn't mind one being around if that's the case, but on a personal level, he would not want to be near